also bring out something you're also very, very familiar with when you start addressing the institution you've been a part of, the Falwell Empire and the evangelical elect, of which that's obviously been in the news. What did you want to hope to accomplish by bringing that out? And I know some people are already tensing up as they're hearing us talk about this, but it needs to be talked about. It really does.
Yeah. I mean, so my connection and my relationship to all that is complicated in the sense that I taught at Liberty University for 22 years. I flourished there. I loved it there. Good, bad, all. And then, in my last couple of years there, the Falwells were in the news. There were scandalous headlines and so forth. But even beyond that, I mean, this is, also been in the news, but not so much, is that there have been students and people there over the years who have experienced harm that the school has not really taken responsibility for, or taken as much responsibility for as they could and should. And I mean, this is going to be true of any institution, right? I mean, I'm a person who believes in institutions because I believe that, together we can do more, essentially, and that we need one another, and that I think lone wolves can do more harm than institutions can ultimately. But at the same time, we have to be just as honest about the harm that institutions can do as well. And so I think, kind of the conclusion I draw in that part is that institutions can do a lot of good, and I just don't know how much good it takes to sort of outweigh the harm. That's a kind of algebra I don't know, that only God can figure out. But I do lament when institutions are held as more important than souls, even just individual souls. And, there are individual souls in my own life, and my own individual soul that has been harmed by huge institutions. And in some ways, maybe that's inevitable. We are in a fallen world, but I think that institutions can and should do better. And this is, I think that what we're seeing, the questioning and the skepticism and the distrust of the institutional church and, parachurch ministries is earned. And it's only the people who are in those institutions who have the power to do so, who can at least attempt to make those things right. And they have to have the will to do it. And I think we're in a moment where I'm asking these institutions that I have been part of and am part of to do right. And whether they will or not is up to them, but I'm still asking the question. I'm still asking.